Phoebe Putney Hospital was once ground zero for COVID-19 patients here in Southwest Georgia, and now they are seeing some of the lowest numbers since the pandemic began. They reflect back on this last year and how they say it's one they'll never forget.
Albany can go from being the third hottest hotspot in the world to an incredible success story.
It was on March 10, 2020 when Albany saw its first COVID-19 patient, a day that not only changed for this small community but the entire country.
When you talk about a roller coaster, and that's what this has been since the very beginning. We're hit hard in March. And every day it was a constant adjusting our plans of what do we need to do for these patients.
This same time last year, Phoebe Putney Hospital was treating over 60 patients and had already surpassed over 100 deaths. Doctors say it became more and more difficult to see that light at the end of the tunnel.
I just remember walking into work hoping and praying that today we would see one or two less patients than we did yesterday, but invariably during that time, every day was always more and more.
But fast forward to June of this year, and now Phoebe is seeing some of the lowest numbers of COVID patients since the pandemic began. I sat down and spoke with doctors and what they say got us to this point.
We could not have done what we did at Phoebe Putney Memorial Hospital without this community in Albany. Because the community supported us, the medical staff supported each other, the nurses, everyone in the organization pulled together in the same direction.
But despite the pain we all went through, there were valuable lessons that came out of the pandemic.
There was a lot of suffering and a lot of death from this virus, but there were also so many blessings and so many highlights and things that we will never forget and that we learned and that we'll be better for.
And while the pandemic may not be over yet, the lessons that it taught this community will be carried on for years to come. Reporting in Albany, I'm Ariel Mallory.